Stacy here. Welcome friends and fellow fiber workers, diamond painters, floss tubers, commenters, and just crafters in general. This video is going to be all about organizing your crafts as well as logging what you have so that way you don't double purchase items that you already have. And I'm just going to show you how I do things. I'm not saying that you need to have these containers and you need to have these bags and you need to do it this way. I'm just going to show how I organize, because I have heard from Instagram commenters as well as YouTube commenters that I'm very organized. So I'm just going to show off all my stuff. Today you find me at the corner of the couch, which is my stitchy spot, and this is where I do all of my crafting. I can watch TV. Over there is the kitchen. You know, anything that's going on, I'm right here at it. So welcome to my stitchy spot, and I'm going to tell you all about how I organize. First thing we're going to start with is project journal. So in the project journal, I have all of these tabs. So I have whips and stitch logs, which I'm going to talk about first. For instance, I am about to finish this one, but I'm working on this one right now. And I do a stitch log so that way I know how much money I've spent, how much time I have spent, what kind of fabric, where I bought the pattern. All of that type stuff is going to be on the stitch log. So that's one way that I organize a lot of my projects. Next, I have stitch alongs and events. So I have information on what projects I use for what stitch along. And if there's an event, I'll put it in here as well. Inventory, and this is where I'll show you the most stuff. First, I have a page for needle minders. Now, I am new to the needle minder thing, and it's still out of habit. I will stick it through my pants leg or put it in the couch. I know that's a no-no, but you know what, whatever. Or stick it in the fabric. But I do have 4 needle minders. On the mermaid here, I have the beading needles. Over here, I have the needle that I'm using right now. And I just put those on a piece of felt if I don't have them on a project. My extra needles that I don't have on a needle minder are in these little boxes, which you can get at Hobby Lobby. They're the Hobby Lobby brand, which is called Yarnology. So this little box contains size 24. I have a couple in there that are from kits that I haven't gotten out of the plastic yet, as well as a few that are stuck to the magnet on the bottom that I have open. So those are all going to be size 24 in that little container. This other little container has, I'm losing stuff. I got it, it's recovered. Size 26. Again, I have a lot of size 26 that are out of a kit that I haven't opened, and then the magnet in the bottom holds the ones that, gosh, this glare is horrible today. Holds the ones that I have out of the plastic. So that's how I do my needles, either by little boxes or the needle minder. Next I have a list. It's really a DMC list that I printed online, and I will put a link for it below. But this is what I log my diamond painting diamonds colors on. And so I'll mark those off so that way if I get a diamond painting that has the same color as I already have in a container, I can put those together by easily looking at my list and seeing, oh, I already have that in a container. So normally, diamonds for diamond painting comes in a pack like this, and it's all just a bunch of small packs of the diamonds with the number on them. So whenever I kit up a diamond painting, and I have a video on that, so I will put that either up in this corner or up in this corner. I'm not sure which corner it'll go to once the video flips, but I will put a link for that video right here. And as I kit those up, I put them in these containers and I put them by color. So here's all the blues and grays, pinks, purples, reds, orange, yellow, beige, brown, black. So for those, I do have a video on it and I will put that. I put them by color, and I do have a label maker. From the label maker, I will put the number on a label and just label each container. And again, I'm not saying everybody has to be this organized, but it just helps me know where to go to find what I'm looking for. And I don't have to go through 3 diamond painting kits to try to find it. I just put them all together. Oh, also for the diamond painting, I have a Vera Bradley cosmetic bag that I put all the extra trays and applicators and wax squares, all of that stuff, extra little baggies, I put into this Vera Bradley bag. So that way, if I need another tray or another applicator, just go get this bag. There it is. Next, I have a list that I also found on the internet of the DMC Floss, and I have check marks beside the ones I have. I don't have a complete collection of the DMC. I'm close, but I don't have every single color yet. But organizing floss is one of those things that it's a personal preference. What I do with all of mine are, I have bought these basically folder tabs at Walmart, and these containers at AC Moore. These are art bin containers, and these neon tabs that you see with the numbers on them, those are from Walmart. And what I've done is I have taken the official DMC chart and I have labeled them as they are ordered in the chart. So up here you have number 1. These are all the ones that are in column 1. Number 2, column 2, number 3, and that's how I do those. There is 2 boxes of those because, like I said, I almost have a complete collection, but not quite. So that's how I organize my floss. Everybody does it different. If I have a couple of projects going at the same time that are DMC, I will still leave all of the floss in those containers, because if two of them patterns that I'm doing have the same color in them, then I'm looking in a couple of different places to try to find that color. Hopefully if I have it, you know. If I leave them all in these containers, I'm only looking in this container. So everything stays all together in there. I don't kit it up and put it in different containers. So that way, whenever I get to looking for a color, I know exactly where to find it. I also have a list of the ones that I have doubles for, so I have more than just the one skein. And all of the extras that I have doubles, I have in this bag here. So there's all of the extra skeins. And again, once I use a full bobbin of a color, and once I use the full bobbin, I will look on this list and say, do I already have a skein of that? And if I do, I'll go into this purple bag and look for it. If I don't, then I'll put it on my shopping list, which is on my phone, to go buy another to replace it. Next, which is also a very large task, is Mill Hill beads. You can find this online as well, and I will put a link for it if I can find it again below this video. But what I have done is highlighted. It's a 2-page list. I've highlighted the colors or the beads that I have, and each highlighter color means something different to me. The red highlighter is beads that I haven't kitted up yet because they are going to be in some Mill Hill Christmas Village kits that I haven't opened yet. So that's all of the red are going to be in Christmas Village. All of the pink are in Mill Hill Autumn Series kits that I have. All of the green are ones that I already had before I got this list, so I just marked those. All of the orange are going to be Mirabilia, Nora Corbett, all of that. And for those, I have this container that I got a long time ago. It's by Craftmates, and the front of this opens up. There's all the containers. Each of these has 14 containers in it. And again, you'll probably think I'm crazy and who would do this, but I have labels in there for all the colors that I have. The ones that don't have beads in them already, those are still in the kits that I haven't opened yet. So these labels right here, these 3 labels right here, as you can see, I put a red piece of paper in there that goes along with the red highlighter on my list, and so I know that that color is in the Mill Hill Christmas Village kits that I haven't opened yet. Once I open them and start kitting them up, then I will put the beads into the container that has the right number that goes along with it. Next, I have Karen. And what I have from Karen are mostly water lilies, which you can see right here. I have them all on a ring, and what I've done is punch a hole in the tag that comes on the Karen water lily tag, and I've put those in order on the ring, and then when I buy one, I'll exit off of here, off of the list. You can find this online as well. And all of this, the lists, is so I don't double buy. I don't want to double purchase anything that I already have just because it's listed on a pattern. Next, I have Krynic which you don't necessarily need this first page. It just kind of shows the colors, but the second page is what your list is going to be on. And what I have done is just highlight in green. I only have a few Cryonic, but I've highlighted in green what it is. Next tab, I just have some information on my YouTube channel and some stats on that. And then the next tab after that is finishes. And so I'll put either the stitch log or the paper that comes with the diamond painting behind finishes tab whenever I finish it. So that's all of that. Back whenever I bought this, I was doing a lot of beading. And so even for the beading then, whenever I was doing it, I would organize everything by color. Blues, black, teal. And I had a bunch of containers. I had a lot of beads. Purple, red, pink, green, and they're full inside the tops too. You can find these containers still at Michael's, even though it had been a long time since I bought these. You can still find these containers at Michael's. They still have them. And then last but not least, whenever you purchase things from 123 Stitch or usually your LNS, they will give you a nice plastic bag, not like a Walmart plastic bag, but a nice plastic bag, either Ziploc or something like that, that they give you your stuff in. And so that's what I do a lot of my kitting up with. This one has all the Mirabilia Nora Corbett patterns that I have, as well as a lot of the bead kits. And I've already marked with the orange highlighter that I showed you before the beads on the Mill Hill list for those. I also use them for my fabrics, which whenever you're organizing anything, Post-it notes are your best friend. I use Post-it notes for everything. So I'll put the name of the pattern I'm going to use that fabric for onto the fabric. So this Artiste one that I got, which is also Hobby Lobby brand. No, Michael's brand. Anyway, Oh Holy Night stocking, that's what I use that for. I also have it for all of the other fabrics. Put all my fabrics in plastic bag. This one is for Halloween, just cross stitch Halloween 2016. The Skull Key, this green one behind it, I have for the Gypsy Queen. That's my dog playing with his food. I'm sorry. We're almost done. Shh. This fabric that I have dyed myself, I'm going to use for the Mirabilia Petal Fairy. So just I label it all so that way whenever I'm looking for a piece of fabric for a different pattern, I don't accidentally use that fabric. Like, oops, I meant that to be for the Petal Fairy. So that's what I do with all of those, as well as when I kit up one that comes as a kit. Like, for instance, this one is by Dimensions, and I kitted it up. I put it in one of these plastic bags. I am looking into making project bags. A lot of people buy project bags. I haven't purchased one yet, but I'm thinking about trying to make one with my sewing machine. But even for the kits that come with all of its own floss and everything, I will put it on a card like this or a piece of cardboard that I punch holes in or whatever, and I will label them all with the symbol that goes along with it. The mixed ones, like you can see these two reds right up here, I have an arrow with those two reds. That means that that's a blended one. And so all of these are going to be 2 strands of each, unless I signify otherwise, like that says 3 in parentheses right there. That means I'm going to use 3 strands of that whenever I use it. So very organized, very organized. I braided them so that way they don't get out of hand or crazy or anything while they're in this bag. But there you go. That's pretty much how I organize all of my stuff. Again, I'm not saying that you have to do it this way or you have to have these containers. I'm just showing you what I do. And go and check out some of the other videos, especially for diamond painting and stuff. I have a lot of videos on organizing for the diamonds, as well as keeping track of what you have and all of that. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my subscribers as well as commenters, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.